from the Earl Crabbe Gymnasium on the campus of Placer High School. Touchdown Productions, celebrating 12 years of local high school sports television, is proud to present the Placer Hillmen Road to the Playoffs. Tonight, as we continue our coverage of the Pioneer Valley League basketball season, your 8-3 Placer Hillmen take on the 16-6 Bear River Bruins. Well, it's the final meeting of the year between the Placer Hillmen and the Bear River Bruins, and all the action is coming up right here, right now, on your NorCal Game of the Week. Well, the Placer Hillmen enjoy the home court advantage here tonight at the Earl Crabbe Gymnasium on the campus of Placer High School, and they look to play the role of the spoiler as they take on the first place Bear River Bruins. Good evening, sports fans, wherever you are across our Foothill network of stations. This is Marty Mortensen along with Paul Brown. Our director outside in the Commander 2 is Gil Dominguez, and of course, the rest of the Touchdown Production sports team has traveled down to Auburn, California for the first time this season as we get set to see the Placer Hillmen take on these Bear River Bruins. But first, as is our tradition here on the Game of the Week, we begin with our bonus coverage of the JV game. We are currently in the fourth quarter with the score Placer 44 and Bear River 44, a tie game. And here with the call for the play-by-play is Paul Brown.
Thanks, Marty. And you know, we're in the middle of a shootout here. This is one fine JV game we're seeing here between these Placer boys. There has not been more than a 4-point difference in the score for the last two quarters, and these two teams have just eaten each other up. You just saw number 34, James Harris for Bear River, hit the floor pretty hard as we were doing the, there he is there. And he is all over the place. He's far and away the best player on the floor for Bear River.
Very feisty out there. He missed a shot right as the buzzer sounded in the end of that third period, Paul. And he slapped the floor because he had a nice drive into the paint and just couldn't put the ball up. It rolled off the rim, and he's a pretty feisty young player.
Pretty competitive player. I would say, Marty, that if the varsity team needs a JV to come up for the playoffs, they may very well take him up. But first, they're going to get by these Placer boys. Moving the ball around the front court. Zach Wentz inside to Harris. Placer playing a tight zone defense. There's a quick shot. Justin Lawton misses off the back. And the Placer boys leading by 2 will bring it up the court. Quick move to the basket. Off the back. And good offensive rebound. That was number 15, Zach Pizzola for Placer.
What are they going to call there?
Well, I think that's going to be offensive. That's going to be on James Harris. Well, you know, when you're that aggressive, Marty, going to the ball and on offense and defense, you're going to take some of those fouls. Playing the ball up the court now. That's Darren Senti. Senti over to Esteban. And a turnover by Placer.
Stolen away in there by Sean Smith. Nice defensive play, Paul.
And now they'll stop play here. It looks like they're gonna take the ball on the side. 5 minutes and 33 seconds here.
4-point lead, and this is the biggest lead so far. Ties the biggest lead by either team, Paul.
That's the biggest lead I've seen since the first quarter, Marty. I've been here for most of this game. Very entertaining game. Very fast pace. Both teams excellent offensive teams. Going to the hole. There's Harris. He's looking for a move. He's not finding it. Back out front to Lawton. Long shot, just off the rim. And there's Harris getting the rebound, puts it back. 2-point game. Looking for some room and missing underneath. That's a quick pass by Darren Senti. Couldn't find Cody Barger under the basket, so Bear River will have a chance to tie.
Placer is playing some very aggressive defense down at their end of the court, so let's see what happens here these next 5 minutes, Paul.
They seem to be backing out. They're in a man-to-man. They were in a zone the last play down. They have gone to man-to-man to mix it up. Out in front to Sean Smith, now underneath the basket. Trying to drive in it. Well, that'll be offensive. Michael Lucas.
He took one for the team right there. That was a big charge.
Put his big-time charge. Put his head down. So Placer with a 2-point lead will bring the ball down the court. 4 minutes and 44 seconds. Neither team in foul trouble as of yet. Placer is deciding to slow it down some.
Well, Bear River has got 9 fouls, so they're one more. They're into the shooting. 2-2.
Under the basket and rounded up. It looks like it will be Bear River ball once again. The aggressiveness of James Harris results in a turnover. Wells out in front. Passes over to Lawton. Harris, little move, now a jumper, high arcer, off, hits nothing, and it will be Placer ball.
He should have taken that 3-point shot as opposed to trying to move it in to about 15 feet and then throwing it up and just threw up an air ball.
Boy, when he shoots the ball, he shoots it sky high,
yeah,
and it comes down, it blisters the net, or it misses everything. Placer now looking, man-to-man offense, or man-to-man defense for Bear River. Off the backboard, and there will be a push. Looks like they'll stay there. It will be on Bear River, and if it is, it will be their 10th foul. It is their 10th foul, so they'll go into the penalty situation. The official into the basket, sorting it out. Well, Marty, we're here joined by the Placer Band. It's always good to see the Placer Band here. They're a great band.
It's good to see them, but sometimes it's not good to hear them, Paul.
It's a little loud.
Yes, it is.
First one is off the backboard. This is Matt Norcott.
There's
the line.
There's a shot of the Placer pep band right to our right.
And second is again off the rim. He's missed 2. The opportunity to pull a lead to 4, and they don't get a basket on the foul line, so Placer goes on defense. Quick shot in there. Now in transition, Placer looking to go across the middle. There should have been a foul there. Long shot now, way off the rim, and Bear River will come down with it. They've got numbers. And it looks like we're going to have a foul on Placer on that last exchange.
No, I think it's going to be called on Sean Smith. He reached in. It's a good thing he did, because that was going to be an easy 2-point dunk down the other end of the court on that breakaway.
So at the line will be Darren Senti. And he is in the penalty, so he'll get a couple. Gets the first one, makes it a 3-point lead. Both teams playing their starters here late. 3 minutes and 18 seconds left. This has been a barn burner. JV action here on the game of the week. Little bonus coverage.
You got both of them. Bear River's gone cold here. They haven't gotten a point in the last couple of minutes.
They need to work James Harris under the basket. They've got him posted up down low. And like any good point guard, Zach Welts drives the basket. When you're not hitting them from the outside, good point guard will drive the basket, see if they can pick up that foul, slow the game down.
And they did.
So now it looks like they're going to take a timeout.
Coach Greg Robinson comes over and gets his team off to the side for Placer, trying to bring some encouragement. They've got a 4-point lead right now.
And, you know, Chuck Nat is the JV coach, and you can see the intensity on his face as he's schooling his players. Oh, there you are. Hey.
Here we go.
Good to see y'all. Another night here at Placer and Bear River. Marty, I always look forward to these games.
Yeah, just a repeat of the end of December when we were here for the Kendall Arnett tournament.
It's so true.
Yeah, so all in all, we've got not a bigger crowd as we had for the Kendall Arnett, but they got a good crowd turned out here tonight.
Coming and playing in the Placer gym here is always a treat for the players and even for us to play in here. This is such a classic old gym, and it's a Hoosier gym, if you'll call it. Kind of a cracker box, but just great sound, great intensity. The kids like playing on the floor. Great place to come for a basketball game if you're interested in high school basketball.
So going to the line to shoot two is Zach Wells. See how he does. Trying to get back in this ball game, Paul.
Well, they need 4 points to tie it up. They've got 3 minutes left here. Wells has got his opportunity here to get a couple, gets the first. Wells a good point guard. Handles the ball well with both hands for a sophomore. Gets them both.
Nice touch.
Free throw, yep. So Placer will work their offense against the man-to-man defense of Bear River. And there's a turnover. Bear River's going to look for a fast break, and they'll slow it up. Wisely, number 11, Sean Smith, slows it up. Down to the basket. There's their scorer.
That ties it up.
James Harris is there.
Nice steal in there by Sean Smith that set that up for the tie.
Looking underneath now. Missing the basket in a 50-50 game. Bear River looking inside. They need to keep posting Harris underneath there. And a good rebound offensive.
Well, good
moving
play
the ball
in there
back out
by Lucas. Stolen away.
And they'll get a foul there. Wisely, Sean Smith fouled him before he could make that shot. They'll get two, but at least he saved a fast break basket.
He just didn't get himself set. He was down there in plenty of time, but just didn't get himself set for the. Take a look at that replay now. Watch. He came over, and then if he'd have got set, he might have been able to draw the charge. But no, he didn't. He took the foul. Not happy about that. First one is made now.
He also got a little bit too late under the basket there. He should have taken off a little sooner. And that second one's in. So he's making his free throws even though he didn't make the fast break. And Placer goes ahead by 2. Less than 2 minutes left in the game. Every turnover is critical here. Placer scrambling for the ball and gets a quick fast break. Up by 4, 1:33 left.
A lot of rivalry here, Paul.
Justin Lawton looking for some room and finds some room under the basket. Doesn't get the shot. And Harris goes up for the rebound. He'll get called for a travel. He is. It's a travel. It'll be a turnover. Lawton doing all he can. The primary rebounder for Bear River. Lawton's got some attitude on him, too,
he
doesn't
does. He does. I noticed that.
He's got a swagger and some attitude on him. And, you know, you got to have that if you're going to be a top ball player. So Coach Nat will take a timeout. As you see him talking to his crew, they're down by 4 with 1:21 left here, and they're going to have to play some strong defense. Plenty of time left, though. What do you think he's talking about in the huddle there, Marty?
I don't know. They've got to score some baskets. They got to create a turnover, and then get down there and make some of it count. Here's the replay of that last scrum.
This is Harris under the basket.
Yeah, he but then he travels with the ball. Well, he had it in his possession, so that's why they called it. Now watch, he gets up. We're still on him. Yeah,
he's got a little.
You can see he's very intense out there and very competitive.
It was great being 16, wasn't it?
I can't remember that far back.
Were the years in triple digits back then? Or, never mind.
Yeah, okay.
So Placer will inbound the ball, and they will greet a full court press now by Bear River. They're in a man-to-man full court press. They're going to try and get a turnover here. Placer able to break it easily, comes up to half court. They're going to kill as much time on the 30-second clock as they can. It's down to 25 seconds. Moving the ball nicely around the perimeter. Bear River is going to have to start thinking about a foul here pretty soon. Down 53 seconds in the game.
And they didn't call it.
And a long shot. Oh, he makes it. Number 23. That's Josh Turney making a big basket that may have just put the lights out on Bear River.
Yeah, I think it did. That'll just about close it out as he traveled, it looked like, Paul, but then he was unable to.
He didn't get the call.
No.
Yeah. It could very well have been a travel either way.
Kind of hesitated a little bit trying to get set up for that shot. That was a fall-away jumper, and he ended up kind of putting the cushion in the score for the Placer Hillmen.
And that jumper was more of a prayer than it was a shot. It was a fall-away jumper from just about three-point line.
Now they call it technical. I didn't see who did it or what the call was, but
if that jump shot didn't put it away, this certainly will.
Yeah.
Senti on the line. He hit his first, and now he hits his second. Good free throw.
And they'll get the ball back.
8-point lead now. And this is far and away the biggest lead we've seen from either team all game. You can see the posture of the boys over on the sideline where Bear River, they're disappointed.
Yeah, they played hard and fought hard this entire ball game, and then just the shots just wouldn't go towards the end, and ended up Placer put on a very good, tenacious defense there at the end of this game, and that was the difference. And then they made some critical shots. And
the turnover also under the basket there, James Harris losing the ball under the basket. That was also critical at the 4-point mark. And then, of course, they killed some time, and that fall-away jump shot at the end was the coup de grace.
Yep, and that kind of put the icing on the cake for Placer as 44 seconds remain and an 8-point lead.
Well, now the band's got a circle.
They got us.
Look.
Well, at least they put the clarinet section behind us, and not the trombone players.
Maybe they'll take requests. So as this JV game winds down, we may have to move our table down a ways to give this band a little room. Either that or they're going to make me play the drums. At the line, number 22. This is Matt Norcott. Norcott just putting this game away now. 9-point lead by the Placer JVs.
There's a 10.
This has been bonus coverage before the big game, the varsity Bear River against Placer. Coming up next here, NorCal Game of the Week.
Desperation 3 didn't go.
And now they're going to foul. I don't really see the sense in it, but they're going to take some free throws.
Well, maybe they're trying to beat the spread. Boy, he's deadly at that line. He hasn't missed one about the last 5 minutes. Every time he's gone to the line.
Yeah, Darren Senti, excellent point guard. And
nice touch.
He can shoot that shot. So Bear River will try to close this thing out. They're going to take the loss. 12-point lead now. And it looks like another foul under the basket. It looks like James Harris again.
No, I think he was a recipient of that foul. Somebody came over the top of him.
And there's a long three-pointer.
The timeout's now being called, so maybe we can take advantage of that timeout and move this table a little bit.
The band has asked us to make a move here, so we're going to make the technical move as we talk here. This is actually a good time here. The JV boys are still trying to figure out what they're going to do here at the very end. Only 4 seconds left. This game has been decided some time ago. 62-53 is the score now in your bonus JV coverage before the game against Bear River and Placer here at Earl Crabbe Gymnasium. Both teams come back out on the floor.
Well, I was looking forward to the clarinet section behind us.
And that'll do it. Both teams will come to mid-floor and shake hands. This was an excellent ball game. The score really not indicative of how well it was played and how close it was. Placer boys able to take the lead here late and hold on to it and then add to it here as the game got a little more out of hand. So, Marty, I'll turn this over to you, and we look forward to a excellent varsity game coming up.
Well, both JV teams now at center court congratulating each other on a fine ball game. We've moved down from the center court as the band just outnumbered us. There's a good shot of the coach for the JVs. That is Greg Robinson, and he's also the activities director here at Placer High School. Nice coaching job. So as both of the varsity teams continue to warm up, we'll take our first break of the evening, and when we come back, we'll speak with both head coaches, Mark Lee and Duwaine Ganskie, and I have to remind you that this exclusive coverage of Placer Hillmen basketball is being underwritten this evening by
Hanson Brothers Enterprises. At Hanson Brothers, their goal is simple: provide rock and sand products, ready-mix concrete, construction services, and rental equipment to their customers while providing safe, stable, and excellent jobs for their employees, thus ensuring that Hanson Brothers Enterprises will continue as a contributor to our community just like they have since 1953. They're Hanson Brothers Enterprises, part of the fabric of Nevada and Placer counties.
And by Hills Flat Lumber Company. Hills Flat has been your local home center in Grass Valley since 1921 with 2 locations to serve you in Colfax and the newest store in Grass Valley. As Hills Flat, you'll meet Tim Lloyd, their appliance guru. Tim brings over 20 years of appliance experience with him every day. He doesn't just sell appliances, he knows appliances. Whether you need a full kitchen appliance package or looking to update to a more efficient model, Tim is there to help you every step of the way at Hills Flat Lumber Company in Grass Valley and in Colfax. The Pardini family wishes you a Happy New Year.
Well, I hope to shout. And now Walker's Office Supplies. Mike Anderson and his staff at Walker's Office Supplies specialize in ways to make your business and your home more efficient. They carry thousands of products at their Grass Valley location, from printers to pencils and binders and date planners and everything you can imagine. Shop at the store, over the phone, or online at walkersgv.com, and they'll deliver the very next day. They also have a full line of copiers and a full copy center and a selection of used office furniture. It's all right there at Walker's Office Supplies.
Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Plaza Tire is the official auto repair facility of the NorCal Game of the Week. They've been voted Nevada County's best for the past 7 years by the readers of the Union newspaper. Mark and Mike Hauser know how important it is for you to get your work done every day, and the commander has got to get to every game, the broadcast, and Plaza Tire completes the task. So if the Commander 2 is ever broken, they'll get her back on the road quickly, so you won't miss a single Placer-Hillman game. Plaza Tire and Auto Service, auto repair done on your schedule, not theirs.
And by Cinto Graziano LLP. It's tax time again, and you don't ever have to worry when you have people like Cinto and Graziano on your side. Dave Cinto and George Graziano have you covered 6 ways to Sunday. That's because they're more than just CPAs. They're financial experts protecting your interests and managing your assets. That's the way you make a business grow. And with 2 locations to serve you in Auburn and Grass Valley, well, there's just no better than Cinto and Graziano LLP. It's easy to find them. They're also in Auburn, and you can find their offices in Grass Valley as well. That's Cinto and Graziano, where they have an eye on your future.
And by Touchdown Productions, celebrating our 12th season of local high school sports television. This is Marty Mortensen along with Paul Brown saying thank you for tuning in and making us the #1 sports telecast in the foothills. And be sure to tune in next time as we travel back to Allied Gymnasium as the Miners host the Granite Bay Grizzlies in a key Sierra Foothill League matchup. The Miners are looking towards the postseason, but first they have to get past the Grizzlies on the road to Arco Arena. It's NU versus Granite Bay, and it's coming up next on your NorCal Game of the Week. Another great sports telecast produced by Touchdown Productions, voted one of the best by the Union Readers for 2007. And now let's go down to Gil Dominguez on the center court with Mark Lee and Duwaine Ganskie, both coaches. Take it away, Gil.
Marty, this mic is working too, Brandon. Down here with Coach Lee. And Coach, another big game here tonight in the Earl Crabbe.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. We're going to get a nice crowd, nice band. It's going to be a good game. Great atmosphere.
Bear River's in the house. Duwaine, you played here many, many years. It's got to be fun to come here to this gym.
Love this place. Great, one of the great high school gyms anywhere around.
And the ambiance is just fantastic. We've talked many times, Mark, how lucky you are to be the custodian of all this.
Yes, it's 1936. The Earl Crabbe was built, and I hope we have it for another 100 years.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah, it's a great gym.
Now, tonight, Bear River's in the house. Like we said, you didn't get an opportunity to play them in the Kendall, but you've already faced them once this year.
Yeah, they beat us pretty good at their place, and we're hoping maybe we can do a little better job tonight.
Well, what do you think was the difference, though, that night?
They made shots and we didn't.
He says the difference of the last meeting was you made shots, they didn't.
Yeah, well, that usually ends up being the case. Whoever makes the most baskets wins.
Yeah, that's how they keep scoring this thing. You're playing them tonight, second time. Is that different, harder for you when you play a team the second time?
Well, yeah, I think the second meeting, everybody makes adjustments, and the kids are a little more familiar with each other, so you always figure the second one's going to be closer.
And the second time tonight, Bear River, the #1 team in the league right now, tied with Whitney. Does that make any difference to your kids?
No, we've played everybody tough, and we're trying to go 6-0 in the second round just like everybody else is.
So, Duwaine, you joined us tonight right up there with Whitney at 6-1. That's got to be a pretty good feeling for you and the boys.
Well, yeah, I mean, we had a good first round. Then we got off to a nice start last Friday in the second round with a win over Colfax. So just got to try to keep the momentum going.
And like you said, second time you've seen Placer. What are your keys to victory here tonight?
Well, they do such a great job defensively of trying to mix things up. They go between man and zone and, different defenses. So we got to be able to recognize that and try to keep our offensive flow going. We did a pretty good job of that last time, but it's just always a matter of how the kids are coming out, if they're ready to meet the challenge.
And I know it's more than the kids. You guys are used to coaching against each other. That's got to be a lot of fun too, Mark.
Yeah, Duwaine's an excellent coach, and his program is a very good program, and it's always a pleasure to compete against him.
I remember when Stromey was playing you down the last few years, and you guys were beating him pretty easily, and Strom said, well, it's not a rivalry unless we win once in a while.
I think that's an old quote, but this is definitely a rivalry. Look at the kids, look at the fans that come out.
Right.
We're close in proximity, and the kids know each other, and it'll be fun tonight.
Now, the keys to victory tonight, you already saw them once. What do you plan to do a little bit things differently?
Make more baskets.
All right. It's all going to come down to who makes the most baskets, Marty. So that's the way they're sizing it up. Guys, thanks a lot for joining us here on the pregame. And good luck tonight. Duwaine Ganskie there and Mark Lee, a couple of class acts here in the Earl Crabbe as they get ready to, of course, play tonight, but get into the second half of their season here. And as we said, Bear River sitting pretty with Whitney in first place. And then the number 4 seed in the playoff rankings. We'll be taking a look at all of that information a little bit later in tonight's telecast and bring you all up to date on the league standings and the playoff rankings and what we're looking to do for the playoffs. Suffice it to say that if the playoffs started tonight, we'd have almost all the foothill teams in the playoffs. So once again, basketball in the foothills very well represented with our schools, Nevada Union, Bear River, Colfax, Forest Lake Christian, and of course Placer High School. So tip-off just a few minutes away. Thanks for joining us tonight here on the Game of the Week. Be sure to tune in next time as we travel up to the Allied Gymnasium. It's Nevada Union versus Granite Bay. Myself and Scott Spencer bringing you all that action next time on your NorCal Game of the Week. Guys, let's take it right back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Gil. Hey, one thing, Gil, I want to point out that
yes, sir.
We got the band on one side, we got the cheerleaders on the other.
Right.
I think next time we get a booth upstairs. What do you think?
You want to go upstairs?
I think we feel like a broadcast sandwich here between these. You know, something else to add to the Bear River. I was talking to some of the Bear River boys, Marty, before the game. I was talking to Jordan Biskine and, of course, Patrick Scott. And they were saying that some of the boys actually were sick. Several of them were out. The only player that won't dress tonight will be Tyler Marsh. And Jordan says that he feels like he's at full strength. He's coming off of an injury, and that was a great addition to this team. Himself being one of the better scorers on the Bear River team, Marty. Now, Patrick Scott, many times it's the Patrick Scott show.
Yes, it is, and he tries to do it all, and he does do it all. I can't remember how much he's averaged. He's averaging like 26 points a game.
That's exactly right.
And so he's the leader, and he's the one they go to when they need some points.
You know, sometimes we feel that that's a little more of a one-dimensional offense. We've talked about that before with Patrick Scott when you have a player that good at scoring, but he sure is fun to watch. You won't see a better, more polished ball player in a Division IV game than you will with Patrick Scott.
One of the things, ever since Biskine came back from his injury, this has been a lot different Bear River Ball Club.
Well, it takes pressure off of Scott. He doesn't have to do the rebounding.
Right.
With Big Biskine underneath, he's got an excellent inside game. There's a picture. There's Biskine right there. He's got an excellent inside game, and he does a lot of the board work and allows Scott to do what he does, which is shoot the great, beautiful jumper from outside. And we got to also mention Garrett Barbick. Garrett Barbick has been scoring 15 points a game thus far in the league, and he's a great compliment, especially on that three-point line.
And the last couple league games at home, Barbick has not been, he does not have that three-point touch going for him. He's sunk a couple of them, but he's missed a few. But at the start of the season, he was hitting them from everywhere.
He was.
So it's just maybe he'll get his timing back tonight and see if he can't put, because once they start hitting those three-pointers, it's turn out the lights because they're hitting them from downtown everywhere.
There's a picture. There's James Scott right there, number 25. We're watching him warm up. Now for the Placer team is a very well-rounded team. We saw them in the tournament earlier in the year, and they've got some very, very tall players. Number 15, Jeff Patton, one of them. And underneath the basket, they really give this Bear River team, which is a smaller team, a real struggle. So rebounds are going to be a big part of this game tonight.
Let's take a look at the power rankings right now. The Sac Joaquin section women's power rankings. Division I, Nevada Union, currently ranked 11. The top 16 will get into the playoff. Division III, Placer at 19. They've got some work to do. Colfax at number 9. They're still got a chance for a home game. Bear River currently at 12. Got some work to do. And Division V, Forest Lake is ranked 8. There's a good possibility that they could get a home game.
And moving on here, there's the San Joaquin section boys power rankings. And you can see the highest ranked team in Division V is Forest Lake. And Marty, remember covering them last year at Arco Arena when they won the sectional championship. Great team, so we'll watch them number 2. Then followed by Bear River, the 4 ranker in the Division 4.
Placer's probably going to have to win. Well, yeah. They play in the playoffs. Placer plays in Division III, and that's why they're ranked so far down, is because Division III is a lot higher quality teams throughout the area. So even though they play in Division
4 all during the year,
yeah,
they go into Division 3 during the playoffs.
They're going to have to run the table the rest of the season to at least try to get to 16.
And then, of course, we've got Nevada Union, Division 1 team. And with a respectable number 12 ranking, we'll see them, like Gil said, tomorrow on the game of the week here. And, of course, Colfax, you have to mention Colfax, Division 4 team, and they're ranked number 13, so they'll be up there. And Colfax is always tough. So the game is about ready to get underway here, Marty.
Yeah, they'll have the playing of the national anthem by the prep band, and they will be able to get this game to the tip-off and be on the way. Point out on our referees for tonight's game, Tim Hurakenko and Kevin McDowell. So I guess we'll rise now for the playing of our national anthem.
One of the benefits of having the Placer band here, which is the best band that we see from any high school in the foothills, is a great rendition of the national anthem.
So Bear River being introduced. There's number 11, Jordan Biskeen. He'll be starting. Johnny Jewett, number 20. And Garrick Barrick, number 22. Patrick Scott, number 24. He'll get a big round of applause from the fans from Bear River. And Tanner Mathias. Now for the starting lineup from Placer High School. Michael Jensen. Anthony Amara. Jeff Patton, 6'7" senior.
Number 23, Josh Clem.
Josh Clem. And number 32, Matt Ross. We followed Matt Ross's career in football, basketball, and baseball. Yeah,
You bet. One of my favorite athletes
Yep.
for the whole Foothills, and we're going to be sorry to see him leave as a senior. Boy, we sure watched them make a great run for it in football, didn't we?
Certainly did. It was a lot of fun. There's a shot of the Placer cheerleaders as the Placer team, led by head coach Mark Lee, assistant coach Dave Thompson, and assistant coach Tony Camalucci. And we'll go to center court for the tip-off. Kevin McDowell will be, you can see, I think the referee McDowell's probably an old basketball player as he towers over all the boys. Bear River comes up with it. Barbic out in the corner now to Matthias at the top of the key. There's a shot going up, and Jordan Biskeen puts up the first 2 points of the game. Placer works it around the outside. Man-to-man defense by the Bruins, and there's a ball doesn't go. Rebounded in there by Tanner Matthias. Scott will bring it up the court, drives into the paint, stops, turn around, and they're going to call a charge on him with an elbow.
Sometimes Scott likes to take the ball coast to coast, and he's a very excellent finisher of the basketball. So if he gets close to the basket, he will score.
Well, you got to remember, he's got 4 other players on the court. He could have dished that ball off and might not have got the foul, and they could have picked up a point. Well, there's the first turnover. Now down low in the paint, fade around jumper, and it goes. That was Josh Clem. Joe ties the score at 2. Over in the corner, now they bring it out to Matthias at the top of the key, dishes it off to Biskeen. Couldn't take the shot, gets it down low to Scott, fade away jumper, and he's got it. 2 points for Patrick Scott.
And right there, Marty, you can see the strength of Scott. He can elevate above the other players.
That's correct.
To get a clear jump shot.
Now Placer tries to drive it into the paint, can't do it. Matthias comes out, puts a stop to that. There's a 15-footer up and nothing but net from Josh Clem. He gets his 4th point of the game. Ties it up, 6:25 left to go. Marty Mortensen and Paul Brown bringing you all this exciting high school basketball action on your NorCal Game of the Week. And there's going to be a push-off. That foul was on Anthony Almara.
Penis. Jackson Club. Tense.
Bear River inbound. Get it to Scott. Fadeaway jumper off the glass. Doesn't go. Matthias puts it back. Doesn't get it.
And they'll get a foul underneath. Biskeen aggressively going after the ball, fouling under the basket.
So 2 quick fouls on Bear River here with 6 minutes left to go in this first period. Placer on the offense. Man-to-man coverage. Barbic comes out on Amara. Over in the corner, drives the baseline, puts it up, doesn't go. There's Biskeen with the rebound.
Big long arms, Ranger Biskeen.
So now Biskeen gets to the top of the key. Coming out to help him is Jewett. Biskeen now back with the ball. Barbic looking for 3. Now he dishes it off again. Bear River kind of standing around here. Fadeaway jumper, and it bounces off the iron, off the glass for Garrett Barbic.
And there's Matt Ross doing what Matt Ross does, using his speed and agility, driving the baseline.
That ties it up again, so back and forth baskets. Barbic they're gonna call foul, a reach in on Michael Jensen.
Wow, this is a fast-moving first quarter, Marty, and both teams equally matched.
Scott for three in the corner, in and out, heartbreak. And there's put back and he's fouled.
That's Matthias.
Underneath the basket, Tanner Matthias.
Tanner is getting excellent position on number 15, Jeff Patton, and under the basket. He's bigger and stronger than Patton. Patton may have some height on him, but Matthias was able to out-hustle him.
That shot doesn't go. Ross with the... There's a dish out for a three, and off the iron doesn't go. Scott with a rebound. Scott looking to dish it off, but can't do it, so he brings it up to court. Jewett now looking for someone down low in the basket, but now Matthias comes out in the corner as Barbic sets it up, gets a good look, and boy, there was a scrum down there. Driving all the way in, doesn't make it. That was Jeff Patton. He had a free reign at the basket. Bear River just let him go, Paul.
Well, there was a scrum down, like you said, Marty. There was a pile-up down underneath the basket, the Placer basket.
There's Johnny Jewett with his first 2 points of the game, a little 10-foot jumper. Now Bruins up on top, 10-6. So Ross will bring it up. He gets it down low to Patton. Now stolen away. Scott dishes it off, and then he couldn't make it as Jewett comes back. We'll slow it down a little bit. 27 on the shot clock. Working down low is Barbic, but there's a three-pointer going to go up. It's off the iron. With the rebound is Patton. Right. Placer continue to work it to the outside. Now there's a drive, and who they're going to get a foul on is going to be on Scott, it looks like, as Patton took it. No, that wasn't Patton. He had pitched it out to
that's number 23.
Clem.
Josh Clem. He'll shoot one and gets the first.
Very fast-moving. And doesn't go. Rebound by Biskine. And bringing the ball up the court is Patrick Scott, trying to set a play up.
Now, Marty, I don't know if you've noticed or not, but Scott is averaging 26 points a game. So far, he's only got 4.
And there's a nice fadeaway jumper by Barbic. His 4th point of the game. Now Placer. Here goes Patton. Tries to charge in, and he was fouled before he got the shot off.
They caught Matthias moving his feet. He was inside, but he was moving his feet, and now they'll take Matthias out. In the game, number 33, Tommy Goodman.
Give up a little bit of height there, but and what's going to, oh, they stepped out of bounds, it looks like. Turnover, Bear River now with the ball. Scott will inbound. Johnny Jewett will bring it up. 12-7. Barbic now. Inside Jewett. Drives in the paint. No place to go. Barbic with a shot. That doesn't go. Rebounded in there by Barbic. There's a three-pointer off the iron. And they're going to count it. Nice head fake.
And looks like they got Scott for another foul. I believe that's going to be on number 24. Yes, it will.
Yep. He's going to have to kind of back off a little bit now.
Let's see if we can see it here on the replay, Marty. And you can see as he goes straight up. And then, he gets him right across the top of the head. It's obvious foul. Scott's going to have to idle back a little bit. 2 fouls in a 5-foul game. They need him at the end.
Well, it's getting rough now. There's a three-pointer going to go up, and that is Johnny Jewett with a big three-pointer for Bear River. Oh, nice.
Jeff Patton
Yep.
bringing it down the lane. Jeff's the tallest guy out there. If he can get position, he can use that height. He will score.
Now trying to get it down in low is Goodman, but nobody there. Jewett thought about a three-pointer. Biskeen over in the corner. Now Jewett tries to take it into the paint. Jumper, and it goes in, rolls around the iron. So Jewett's
giving Bear River a little bit of energy and some scoring. Once they had gone cold and they're not getting scoring out of Scott, Jewett's picking up the slack, Marty.
certainly is. Here goes Patton. Yeah, that's
Great pass.
he dished it off to Clem, and Clem got his 6th point of the game.
Wow, they converged on Patton.
And coming up limping is Barbig. They can't afford to lose him in this game. But he's going to have to come out. Coming into the ball game for Bear River will be Will Gray.
He's hurting over there, too. He looks like he may have turned that ankle over. I don't know what's going on over there. We'll try to get an idea what's happening. That they don't want to take off that shoe. He mouthed the word pop, we could see, but let's hope that it's nothing serious.
All right, now Bear River with the ball. They're really covering Scott like a blanket. There's a that was a 2-pointer by Goodman. Keep working it outside. They'll get it out to Patton. Amara down low, and it's going to be off a Bear River player. That looked like it went off a Goodman.
Let's look at that injury here quickly, Marty. And you can see as he comes down, he comes down right on the ankle of the Placer offensive player. That's an injury that can be very serious or not. I'm looking at him on the bench over there. There he is.
Well, they had a three-second violation in the lane, so that's a turnover. 6-point lead by Bear River. Back in the game is Patrick Scott. They took him out with 26 seconds left to go. They didn't want him to foul again. They took him out. Now the Bear River gets the ball back, and so they're going to give it to Scott to see if he can do something here in the last 14 seconds of this first period. Bear River on top by a score of 19-13. Shot clock is 7. Now over in the corner for a 3, and they get it. That is, who do you think? Chris Ross comes into the ball game. He did this the other night. Well, he was the difference in the ball game in that fourth quarter. He's freed up. They let him go, and right at the buzzer gets a 3-point. Look how excited he is. That young man has shown me a lot of spunk.
That's terrific. He hadn't even worked up a sweat. They spot him in his favorite spot in the corner, and he's confident from there.
Yeah.
They think that they're going to get a drive by Patrick Scott, and he fakes the drive, dishes to the corner, and results in a great 3-point play for Bear River. So one more time, let's take a look at Garrett Barbick. And here's him going up. Now look at the injury. You can see Barbick trying to swat the ball away, and right there, you see the steps on the back ankle. What looks like maybe it was Matt Ross. Wow, that would be a tough loss for Bear River.
They got his shoe off, and they got look like they put some ice on his ankle.
Once you take that shoe off,
never get it back on again.
Never get it back on again. They've got it elevated here. Maybe they'll put him back in the game. It doesn't look too bad from this angle, but what do I know?
Yeah. Dr. Brown in the stadium tonight, huh?
I would just give him NyQuil and put him back in the game. That's what I'd do. So
there's it doesn't go, but look at underneath there, that doesn't go. Well, they had 2 good looks. Scott will bring the ball up the court. Now he tries to take it inside, doesn't do it. And then he loses the ball, and now it's passed off to Jensen. There's Ross. Oh, he's got down low. Oh, nice block. Now they lose it again, but let's see what happens here. Going to call a foul.
Well, this is one aggressive basketball game, Marty.
All right, it's hard to
keep up with it.
Keep up, you're absolutely right. 22-13.
You know, this is a regulation size floor, but when you're inside the gym, it looks small. But they're going up and down this floor as fast as they can possibly do it.
Ross is now covering Scott, and he's all over like a blanket. There's a three-pointer going off the iron. Coming down with it is Clem. Good rebound technique there. Now they'll work it to the outside. Guarded in there by Ross. And now they're going to call another foul on Scott. They're going to...
No, I think it was Will Gray at number 5, Will Gray. Getting a block, but also getting the foul. Bear River with 6 fouls, Placer with 5.
First one is good.
6 minutes and 59 seconds left in this second quarter. Bear River ahead, 22-14.
Oh, next one's no good. Scott with the rebound. Jewett brings it up the court. What happened? I didn't see what happened.
There was a foul under the basket on number 3-2. That would be Matt Ross.
No, it was.
I beg your pardon. It was number 3 on Bear River.
No, they don't have a 3. Might be 33.
That would make more sense. Yeah, that would make more sense.
I didn't see it. Scott comes out now. And Ross. Now they're going to call another foul. Boy, Bear River in. They're in 1-1 right now with 6 minutes left to go, and that could be devastating. You see the look on Coach Ganskie's face as they're in foul trouble.
And it's early. This is only 6 minutes in the second quarter, Marty, and they've got 3 fouls on Scott. If they lose Scott, this is going to be a whole different ball game. If I was Coach Ganskie, I'd consider sitting him down here for the end of this quarter.
Now Bear River. A couple of key players out. So now, we'll see if a couple of the reserve players could come in here and make something happen. Down low, Goodman, and then that's stolen away. There's Ross.
And there'll be a foul called. There'll be a foul on Placer. It'll be on number 15.
That's Jeff Patton. Timeout's going to be called here. Full timeout.
I think it's a good idea on Coach Ganskie's part to call this timeout. Slow things down a little bit and reassess what's going on. Coach Ganskie, an excellent old school coach, been here for years and years and coached the girls teams. But so far, Marty, this game has been a barn burner.
It certainly has. We've got 5:57 left to go in this first half. 6-point lead by Bear River, but 2 of the key players for Bear River are sitting on the bench right now, with one with a torn up ankle, and then also Tanner Mathias has come out of the game. So a couple of big guys and a big shooting.
Coupled with the fact that Scott's got a lot of fouls on him, this could change around dramatically in the second half. This is going to be real interesting.
Yeah, so buzzer sounds about ready to start it back up again, but Scott remains in the game. I think he only has 2 fouls called on him. I didn't see the third one, so I might
check
miss
that.
Yeah. Don't forget to stick around at halftime. We're going to take a walk around the foothills, and we'll get a little exercise. What do you think, Paul? I think we need it, don't we?
It's always a good idea to walk around the foothills. But we'll take a look at all the different teams and their standings in our walk.
So now Bear River trying to work it inside, can't do it. Now trying to drive the baseline is Gregg. Nothing there. Down low to Scott. Nothing there. He's getting double teamed and triple teamed. Now 5 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to have to get a shot off. And that's going to be, he's going to get fouled.
And he'll get 3, it looks like.
Yeah. Looks like Ross got him.
You know, that was kind of a silly foul on Matt Ross's part.
Yeah, because he was way off balance and the clock was running out.
He was forcing a shot up out there. It was a prayer out there, and now he's going to give him 3 at the line and slow things down.
First one is good.
It's been something of a scoring drought for Bear River. That's the first points they've had in a while.
Next one is good. Nice touch tonight. One of the games I saw against El Dorado, Scott had 7 out of 9 misses. Then he got all 3 of them. Then he comes back and gets 9 in a row the next game. So it's just a matter of touch sometimes. Now we got a 25-16, 9-point lead. Working it to the outside. Scott comes over to cut him off. Back in the game is Patton. There's a 3-pointer going to go up. Oh, nothing but net. Michael Jensen with his first score of the game, a big 3-pointer. That cuts the lead back to 6. Got Ross now. Matthias back in the game. Jewett thought about a 3, doesn't take it. Gets to try to get it in low to double team. Patrick Scott was double teamed and nothing there. Oh, there's a travel call. Yep, he did a little stutter step.
He sure did. Now, if I was Coach Ganskie, and I've said that before and I'm not, but they need to utilize Biskine inside. He's posting up underneath. Got an excellent post move. They can't just rely on Scott to shoot from the outside.
Now now they get it down low, and now they get it off in the corner for a 3, and that doesn't go. Shot was taken by Ross. Ross comes up and cover. He gives away about 8 inches to the man he's covering. Now driving all the way into the paint and left-handed little hook shot.
That's Jeff Patton.
Patton.
You know, Patton is a very good, he drives the basket well, but he also passes well. So he's a threat when he has the ball in his hands to do either.
4-point game. Down low, and now a nice anticipation in there. And they save it. I thought that ball was going to go out of bounds. There's a pass way out in the corner. Now they get it over to Clem. Keep working the outside. Down low, look at that. That's Jeff Patton. He is a one-man show here. 10 points for him.
They've obviously found a matchup that they can exploit there with Patton.
Over in the corner, now they get it back. There's a 3-pointer going to go up. It's nothing there. Boy, now trailing around and, look out. That's a jump ball. Possession for Bear River.
That was Josh Clem on the floor with Biskine.
Boy, I was concerned about his head hitting that floor on his way down. He was holding on to the ball and he had no protection.
With those two big boys, I was concerned about the floor.
Oh, now looks like they're going to put a semi-full court press on here with one man, but they get it into Jewett. Bear River's on a drought here. Now they're going to call a foul on, that was Michael Jensen going to the line to shoot 1-1 is Jewett. And that's too flat off the iron. That doesn't go. Scott up with the rebound.
2-point ball game. Placer able to reel it in. There's Scott from long range.
Boy.
He gets nothing.
Boy, the crowd's all over him. Now they're going to say the ball went out of bounds off of a Placer player. Now the two referees are having a discussion.
Coach is over on the sideline for Placer, and he is.
That's Mark Lee. He's livid.
He's livid.
Get it into Matthias. Get it back over to Jewett. Thought about a three. Now he drives in, doesn't get it. And there's a shot, and they're going to call a foul as going to the line to shoot two will be Patrick Scott. So now Placer's in foul trouble with 2:26 left to go. Scott will go to the line. Scott's got three, and in and out.
Scott knows how critical these points. Granted, it's only just before the half, but they have gone through a serious scoring drought.
In and out, missed both of them. So Scott with only 5 points. Of course, he's been tripled and double teamed. Now they tie it up. 2-12, this game's all tied. Now Scott trying to go baseline, jumper, puts it up off the, and it's going to be Placer ball.
Well, one time Bear River was up by, I believe, 12 points, Marty, and they just haven't been able to keep up.
No, they haven't got. They've only got 3 points, I think. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. 3 points.
Look at that. I mean,
Yeah.
Jeff Patton has really done the job for Placer, shutting them down defensively and doing the job on the offensive end. Patton unofficially has 10 points.
And now going to the line to shoot two. Oh, maybe just 1 and 1. That's only 9 team fouls. And now looks like Biskine said something to the referee, and you can't afford to lose him out of this game. First one's up and good. They now take the lead for the first time in tonight's ball game.
Yeah,
Gets them both.
So Jewett will bring the ball up the court. He's looking at Coach Ganskie, trying to get a play to run. Placer still with a strong man-to-man defense, Marty.
Yeah. They just can't. Ross is just bird dogging. Oh, look at that. Ball's knocked away. And they're going to call a foul on him.
Number 15, Jeff Patton, making a statement with that block.
Certainly did, but he must have bumped him.
Here's a replay of it. Let's see if we can see the foul as well. Scott, so strong, coming down the lane, and then he could have caught that ball if he had wanted, if he'd thought about it. Great block, Jeff Patton.
Second foul on that. They called that foul on Matt Ross, I guess because he bumped him. And they gets both of them.
One more time. This is fun to watch. Let's see it again. Again, down the lane. Here comes Scott. He goes up and he kind of flips it up underhanded, and there's a volleyball spike.
There's feeding in that ball. It was way off balance. Now what are they going to call here?
That's going to be on Placer, I believe, and they will shoot.
Yeah, right.
Placer having 10 fouls. Matthias will go to the line.
They called that on. That's his fourth foul. That was on Amara. He's going to have to sit most of the second half at this rate. Matthias misses.
Class to try for another.
Missed both of them. The score remains tied. Oh, look at that. Drove right around Jewett. That was Kreider.
Brett Kreider.
Just into the game. Scott doesn't make it. He can't get anything to drop tonight. There, continue to work it around. There is Kreider. 39 seconds, and they throw the ball away, and let's see, it went off of, yeah, it's Bear River ball. Now Scott's going to come back in the ball game.
You know, interesting fact, Marty, about this Placer team, it's all juniors.
Yep.
There's only 2 seniors on the whole team, Matt Ross being one, and I believe the other one,
Jeff Patton.
is Jeff Patton, yeah. This is going to be a strong team next year, certainly.
Right. All right, clock continues to run down, and Scott loses it off his foot. He's going to have to be careful. There's a three-pointer going to go up off the iron, and Biskeen with the rebound. They got 10 seconds. They got to get down the court. Give it to Scott. 6 seconds. He's going to try to take it in. A three-pointer stops, pumps, puts it up, doesn't go. And there's the end of the half.
And Placer goes in the locker room ahead. Who'd have thought? As this game started out, Marty, you thought that they were going to fall behind, but Placer rallying.
5 points for Bear River, and I believe all 5 of them were free throws.
Their free throws may even have been by Scott.
He got all of them.
Yep.
Boy, that is, and after scoring 22 points in the first period, oh my goodness.
And you know, Marty, when Garrett Barbic went out of the game,
that turned it around.
It seemed to have turned it around. You wouldn't think that he would be that much of an impact player, but you know, he does have a presence out there. He does score for Bear River, but it put the burden more on Scott to do the scoring. This will be a very interesting second half.
Well, let's spend a couple minutes here and watch the Placer cheerleaders. There you go. Nice routine by the Placer cheerleaders. And let's tell you now that this special edition of your NorCal Game of the Week featuring Placer basketball is being underwritten this evening on your NorCal Game of the Week by
Hanson Brothers Enterprises. Hanson Brothers knows all the requirements for creating a beautiful home for your family. Of course, it all begins with foundation, and Hanson Brothers specializes in site preparation and the placement of underground utilities and septic systems. When you had drainage and you add a paved driveway and concrete work to finish off the landscaping with topsoil and garden enhancements, Hanson Brothers can do it all. That's right, it's all right there at Hanson Brothers Enterprises, where no project is too small.
And by Hills Flat Lumber Company. Hills Flat is turning green. They've been your local home center since 1921 and now have 2 green locations to serve you in Colfax and in Grass Valley. Hills Flat is solar powered, producing up to 160 kilowatts of energy to run their stores. And don't forget, February is Stretch Your Dollar Days at Hills Flat Lumber as they unveil their new appliance center with cooktops, dishwashers, microwaves, ranges, refrigerators, washers, and dryers, and they're all on display. Let appliance guru Tim Lloyd answer any of your questions at both locations of the Hills Flat Lumber Company in Colfax and in Grass Valley.
And by Walker's Office Supplies. Do you want friendly service? Do you like a staff that is knowledgeable and helpful? Well, Mike Anderson and his staff at Walker's Office Supplies knows your business and they know your name because they're local just like you. They also know what your business needs to run efficiently. This week's email special is a dry erase board, and thousands of other products are available from ink printers to pencils. You can order online or over the phone and they'll deliver it the very next day. That's Walker's Office Supplies.
And by Placer Tire and Auto Service. Mark and Mike Hauser want you to know that if it's round, rubber, and it rolls, then you'll find it at all 3 locations at Placer Tire. From regular car and truck tires to specialty tires for your trailer or golf cart, you can trust Plaza Tire to have the right tire for you. They feature tires by Michelin, Bridgestone, BF Goodrich, Uniroyal, Firestone, and Cooper, and they stake their reputations on these tires every day. Plaza Tire has 3 locations in Nevada City, in Penn Valley, and in Colfax. Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Auto repair done on your schedule, not theirs.
And by Cito Graziano LLP. Cito and Graziano have an eye on your future. They specialize in making your business grow, protecting your assets, and managing your finances for a secure future. They're more than just CPAs and business consultants. They're also tax consultants as well. And now that tax season is here, it's time to make Cito and Graziano the people you come to get through that maze of IRS rules and get the refund that you deserve. They have 2 locations in Auburn and Grass Valley, which makes it easy to have them on your side. That's Cito and Graziano, where they have an eye on your future.
And by Touchdown Productions, celebrating our 12th season of local sports television. This is Marty Mortensen along with Paul Brown saying thank you for joining us here tonight, and be sure to stay with us after the game when we announce the Touchdown Productions Player of the Game Award presented by CombiTrophiesAwards.com. Paul and I will select the most deserving player of tonight's game and present the award to that special player. So stay tuned for the Touchdown Productions Player of the Game Award presented by CombiTrophyAwards.com coming up immediately after this basketball telecast. Well, there's the band, Paul.
You think?
And I think they're
right next to us here.
Exactly right. Let's take a listen. Of course, the drum section has been moved away from us a little bit. That was nice of them. Let's walk around the foothills and check out the standings for all of our foothill teams.
Here's the Pioneer Valley boys, Marty. Bear River on top here with 6-1, and with Whitney close on their heels. Bear River did defeat Whitney already once this season by 7 points at Whitney. They will play in a couple weeks here at Bear River. They're followed by Lincoln with 4 wins, and then Colfax at 3-4. El Dorado. And then here's the Placer Hillmen right there with only 2 wins. They desperately need this win tonight.
And, of course, there's Mesa Verde looking for their first win. Sierra Foothill boys represented very nicely by Rockland High School, 7-0, 21-2. They're just a powerhouse in the SFL. Followed by Del Oro, Wood Creek, and Granite Bay, along with Nevada Union, all at 4-3. So it's a fight for that second spot in the Sierra Foothill League. And then it's Oakmont and Roseville.
Central Valley Boys Basketball League standings here. Forest Lake with 7 wins, 1 loss. We talked about them earlier, Marty. They're going to be they're looking for a spot at Arco Arena for a championship again. They're going to be tough to handle. Followed by Sac Waldorf, Victory, Vacaville, as you can see. Pretty closely bunched group there. And Woodland, of course, looking for their first win.
And the Pioneer Valley League girls basketball standings. El Dorado on top, 7-0, and continuing to dominate the league. Bear River at 3-2, Placer at 3-2. Colfax and Whitney are both with 4 wins, followed by Lincoln and Mesa Verde. So El Dorado is running away with the Pioneer Valley League.
And the Sierra Foothill girls, Del Oro and Granite Bay, both 7 wins. Del Oro with a slight edge with no losses. Then there you got the Nevada Union girls there with 5 wins, an 11-11 overall league season so far. Then followed by Rockland, Roseville, Wood Creek, and Oakmont.
Central Valley girls, Vacaville Christian on top and tied with Sac Waldorf at 7-1, followed by Forest Lake at 5-3, and then followed by Victory Christian at 4-4, Forest Hill 3-5, followed by Woodland Christian and Delta.
So there's the San Joaquin section women's power rankings, and we saw this earlier, I believe, Marty. Division I, Nevada Union with a respectable 11th ranking. Placer will play in Division III in the playoffs, and they're ranked 19th, followed by Colfax and Bear River. Colfax with a slight edge. And then Forest Lake, a respectable number 8 ranking. So we'll get back to action here.
There's the boys, Nevada Union, Placer, Bear River, Colfax, and Forest Lake, all trying to get into that top 16. So here we go, back start of the third period, and a turnover by Placer, and bringing the ball up the court is Johnny Jewett. So let's see if Bear River had figured anything out in the locker room. Scott now trying to take it in, and it gets blocked.
And it was Jeff Patman there again with the block. Bear River, you can see there in the second quarter, only able to score 5 points. They need to improve on that for sure.
Stolen away again, but a reach-in foul by Josh Clem. That'd have been a coast-to-coast. Now going to the, no, that wasn't active shooting, so Tim Harenko, the referee. Now we got Ross. Now Biskine. There's a three-pointer by Scott. Doesn't go, but rebounded in there by Matthias and puts it back up. So Matthias gets his 4th point of the game. Bear River ties it up with 7 minutes left. Now trying to drive in. There's going to be a foul called on let's see, who they call that on?
I'm not sure.
That was on Matthias. That's his 3rd foul. Well, that's a long count, but they made it. Now down low at the baseline, and Bakine had nowhere to go on that one as Josh Clem comes up with his basket. And now Biskine looking, no, they're not going to take it. They get it out to Jewett, who tries to drive in. The paint can't do it.
They're just daring Biskine to take that shot out there, and he's patient enough not to do it.
And off the glass, he got it in. He's a big smile on his face as Johnny Jewett gets his 2nd three-pointer of the game. Bear River takes the lead for the first time in a long time by 1 point. Now over in the corner for a 3, and he gets it. That is Michael Jensen, his 2nd three-pointer of the game.
Now that was the shot that Bear River wanted him to take. That's a low percentage shot out there. Jensen hitting it nicely.
Never
they worked
doubt.
it around. Yeah, but that was a long desperate shot.
Coming down with the rebound is Josh Clem. Now they got a little Biskine steals it away. Matt, that is Matthias. Now a timeout's going to be called. This game has turned into almost a football game out there.
It is definitely a physical game. These boys are playing, no question. But you know, it started out slower. They're feeling each other out again. Momentum is going neither way. Only a 2-point game, with Placer having an edge, 34-32. 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third quarter. It's like a good boxing match, Marty.
Right.
They came out slugging for the first few rounds, and now they're just kind of sparring a little bit to see who wants to take the advantage. Bear River's got to find another scorer other than Scott.
Well, Scott he's been doubled and triple teamed tonight, and he hasn't been throwing up some very high percentage shots. And he only has one basket tonight. He's normally, like you mentioned, 26 points a game. Way below his average. Johnny Jewett has stepped up. Don't forget that Barbic is on the bench. There's Scott taking it in, and he gets blocked again.
Boy, they could have easily gotten a foul on that one too.
Now the referees will check to see if the ball was tipped. No, now they're saying no. Scott pleading his case to no avail. He's trying to do too much. They're short-handed, and now driving in is Jensen. Scott cuts him off. 20 on the shot clock. Now inside low, and they lose it. Scott couldn't hang on to it. Now down low, and there's going to be a foul on Matthias. That's going to be his fourth foul. He's going to have to come out. 12 minutes left to go in this ball game, and Matthias comes out.
Tommy Goodman will replace him. They give up a lot of size and strength when Matthias comes out.
Now over in the corner for three. And doesn't go, but going up with the ball is Jewett. Jewett's played a good ball game tonight. He's been getting rebounds. And Scott is, I don't know, he's struggling a lot tonight. He's had several, Placer has stolen the ball away from him 3 times tonight. Ross back in the game. Jewett now to Goodman. 19 on the shot clock. Once again, Bear River unable to convert a basket. Now Placer on the attack, working it around. Stolen away by Scott. And now they're going to call. Can't afford to lose Scott. He went down hard.
He's slow getting up. He's an awfully tough kid. Grimacing as he checks himself out to see if there's any problems. Let's see if we got a replay on that. Here it is.
Makes a good steal.
Yep, and goes after the ball. Turns around though, and yes, cross body block.
Yeah. Like I said, this has turned into almost a football game here.
And number 4 now has fouled. That's James Tabor.
I think he tried to kick the ball.
Oh, that's it.
Can't do that. Now driving down, dishes the ball, and now there's going to be a foul called on. That was on Jensen, I believe. Yep, that's his 3rd foul.
I said this before, Marty. They need to utilize Biskine under the basket. They've got him standing outside, and Placer is daring him to shoot that outside shot.
Right.
He hasn't even come close to a couple 3 shots he's taken.
Another shot by Scott, and that doesn't go. He just can't find the range. 4 minutes left to go. He's going to get desperate here and try to do too much. Let's see what happens. Tabor will bring the ball in. Jensen bringing it up now. There's a 3 going to go up and off the iron. Jewett with the rebound. He takes it all the way in. The ball is knocked away. There's a 3-pointer by Ross. Doesn't go.
Nothing gets the crowd going like a good block, Marty.
Oh,
that was a great one. Jeff Patton, that's his 3rd block tonight.
They're trying to get that ball down low and get Scott to foul, but 13 on the shot clock. Now they get it out to Patton, and now stolen away by Jewett. Jewett's shown me a lot tonight. He stepped up. Down low to Scott, turn around, and he's going to get fouled.
That'll put Scott on the line. Only the 4th team foul by Placer. Let's see, we got that block, I think, here, Marty. And there we go. This is Jeff Patton with one of his 3 blocks. Now watch him get up and elevate and slap that ball away. Isn't that sweet?
Man, that is a nice block. And they dished it off to Ross and just missed that 3-pointer. So Scott will go to the line to shoot 2. Gets the first one.
We're going to have Matt Ross come back in the game. Sitting down, Michael Jensen, who's done a good job tonight.
Yeah, Ross has done a great job on Scott. Doesn't go. Timeout called.
Well, Marty, we got to start talking about the Comby Trophy player of the game that we will give to one of these players on either team here, and I so far would have to say Jeff Patton is the most outstanding player that we've seen.
Certainly is, along with Johnny Jewett tonight.
So we'll see how that plays out, but Patton has been a wrecking crew. He's got 12 points so far, and he's got 3 blocks, and he's intimidating Scott inside and keeping him out of that paint. You'd have to give him the advantage on the player of the game so far.
Certainly do. Plus the fact that normally, like you had mentioned earlier, Scott has the ability to jump higher than any player on both teams, and but Patton is right there with the block.
Right.
Even as high as Scott can jump. So I think Coach Ganskie's kind of worried here.
Well, I would be if I was Coach Ganskie. He's got one of his better shooters with his foot up in the air over on the sideline. And it's got a 1-point deficit on a team that he should be beating.
Nice block in there by Goodman. Well, Jewett will bring it up, trying to take the lead. Scott gets a 3.
That's the first time I've seen Scott square up and really take a good, clean shot.
Yeah, nobody came out for him, and he had a good look at the basket. Now there is Patton driving in. They're going to call a hold.
That's going to be on Biskine, it looks like. I got to say one thing. These officials are letting nothing slide by.
No, they're not.
They're not letting them play. They're going to call the fouls.
That's only the 3rd foul on Oh, they got
Bear River, yeah. It looks like they're going to get Jewett.
Yeah, they got Jewett on that one.
So as quick as that, there's the 4th foul. Jeff Patton at the line.
First one is good.
That's a good stroke. Now watch the way he shoots the free throws here, Marty. He uses his legs. He crouches way down, and then with the upswing, uses his legs to give him the rhythm on that stroke. Very well done, well coached.
Score tied. 2:09 left to go in the 3rd period. Another three-pointer by Johnny Jewett. Now Placer works it around. Good defense by the Bruins. Down low, baseline, turnaround, and Biskine with another foul, I believe.
Is that going to be on Biskine? It could well be. It looks like, yes, it's going to be on
Jordan Biskine with the foul. That's his 3rd foul. Bear River's got some players in some serious foul trouble. First one is good by Clem. He's had a good game tonight. That's his 11th point of the game. Got them both.
1-point ball game.
Scott saves it. They got him triple team. Takes it into the paint, dishes it down to Matthias, puts it up. No, that was Goodman underneath the basket. That's his 4th point of the game.
Great look and great pass by Scott.
There's Clem again. Hey, he's moving up for the player of the game. 41-40 with 56 seconds left to go. Biskine saves it. Gets it over to Jewett.
Jewett wisely slowing it down.
Nice fadeaway jumper in there by Patrick Scott. He's coming alive. And he's fouled.
Wow, that was a tough foul.
Who was it on?
I believe they're going to call it on 33.
Okay, that was on Goodman. Going to the line to make it a possible 3-point play is Matt Ross.
Here's that play. We're going to see it again. He does make the 3-pointer. And there it is. Well, I'll tell you, I didn't see much of a foul there. It was a great play by Matt Ross, sliding to the right and banking it softly off the backboard.
So now Bear River trying to get it out to Jewett. Gets a block from Scott. It doesn't go. And somebody came over the top. I think that was Patton. That is the 5th team foul on Placer.
And the 3rd on Jeff Patton.
$14, $13 and counting on the shot clock. Scott going to they're going to have to take it here pretty soon. Fadeaway jumper off the iron.
He forced that shot at the end there. So, Marty, at the beginning of this game, would you have thought it was going to be tied at the end of 3?
No, I certainly didn't, especially when Bear River got off to that really fast first period and led by 11 points at the end of the first period. Then all of a sudden, they kind of went to sleep.
They kind of ran out of gas, and like we said before, having Garrett Barbic out of the game has really hurt them. The Bear River team is doesn't have a big roster to begin with. So when you lose a player of that significance, it really does hurt. But it's going to be a very interesting fourth quarter. Both teams, Bear River currently has 6 fouls, Placer has 5, and it may come down to free throws at the end.
Certainly will. So 43-43 with 1 period left to play. 8 more minutes of exciting high school basketball. A must-win for both teams. Placer's got to run the table to hopefully get a slot at the top 16. Bear River's trying to win the league championship along with Whitney. Both at 7-1, or 6-1, I'm sorry. And they beat Whitney once, so this is a very important game for Bear River. Let's see who can step up here in the fourth period. Bear River will inbound. So Biscayne now trying to get it down low, nothing there, and there's going to be another foul called. It's going to be on Ross. No,
it's on Matt Ross, it looks like.
I thought he said 33, but
32, and Matt Ross
32.
is coming out of the game.
Yeah.
That's 4 fouls on Matt. They're going to sit him down and save him to the end of this game.
They get it down over in the corner now to Jewett. Tries to drive, turn, spins, puts it up, blocked again. None other than Jeff Patton. Now, Tabor has it, looking for someone to get down low. Can't do it. Clem now over to Arba. Being guarded in there by Chris Ross. Ross falls down. Baseline back to, and they're going to call a foul on Scott. That'll be his 4th foul, and now they're really going to be in trouble.
So Coach
that's
Ganskie,
that's only his third foul.
Yeah, here's the replay on that. Again, they're calling everything here, Marty, and Scott goes up. Oh yeah, he did. That's definitely a foul, no question about it. They're showing it 3 fouls on the scoreboard. I thought that was his 4th.
No, that one doesn't go. So 44-43, back in 4th game. Very exciting here in the Pioneer Valley League action. Marty Mortensen along with Paul Brown. Very happy to be bringing this game to you today on your NorCal Game of the Week. Ross gets it on over to Jewett. Biscayne now. There's a shot going up by Goodman. Takes the shot. They leave him wide open because he's been dishing that ball off from the top of the key.
Basically daring Goodman to take that shot. He was so wide open, he has to take that shot.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Because the first thing he does when he gets that ball, three-pointer from Harbuck. 47-45. See, that's Goodman. As soon as he gets that ball, first thing he do is look for somebody to throw to it. He never dribbles. And so if they'll leave him alone, maybe he can take a couple of those shots. So now Ross signals for Biscayne to come out. Scott for 3. Nice touch. He's got it.
Now Scott's getting warmed up.
(48-47) down low. They're just letting him go now. That's Clem. (16 points for Josh Clem. 49-48. Jewett now drives in, goes sideways, gets it.
He got the basket. Now there was a smart play by Johnny Jewett, going down the lane and then pausing, going up late on a delay, getting the foul and the basket. Watch Johnny Jewett. He really does a nice job here. Goes down, now watch him pause right there. Lets him go up, goes underneath him, goes high off the backboard and gets that basket. Misses the free throw. Beskine rallies it up.
Now Scott almost at center court. Cross court to Beskine. Down low, bad pass. Oh, yeah, there's got to be a charge. Yep. Jewett had good position.
Johnny Jewett.
Yeah, he's doing it all tonight. He's stepping up.
You know, when you think of Johnny Jewett, we saw him play football. We saw him play. He's got heart.
Yeah, he does.
That kid's got some heart.
(50-49) Bear River. 5:05 timeout being called. What an exciting ball game, Paul.
Boy, it really is fun to watch, isn't it, Marty? This is as good as high school basketball gets.
Big crowd out here tonight. Bear River fans on one side, the Placer fans behind us. Both rooting sections come out from the school representing some strong rooting section here tonight for both schools.
And, you know, I've said it before, it's just fun being in this gym.
Yep.
If you look around this gym, it just reeks of tradition and all the games that have been played here, but you feel like it's something right back out of the 40s or 50s.
Yeah, he said, I think I heard Mark Lee say that it was built in 1937. That's almost as old as you are.
I think you're right. Almost.
All right, it's half. We've got 5:05 left to play. And there's your score. It's nail-biting time as both teams putting on a fine performance here tonight. These Foothills teams have really got it going here. So Bear River will inbound.
Up by 1 point.
So Jewett, well, bringing up the ball up to court. He's got 15 points tonight. Ross didn't take it. They get it down low, and he gets blocked again, but he's going to get fouled.
And that'll be on number 15. That'll be on Jeff Patton, and I believe that's his 4th foul. Let's see. And Patton is smiling under the basket.
Coach Mark Lee's not smiling, I can guarantee you that. We just saw him. Oh, and Scott misses first free throw. Got that one. That is his 4th, Paul. You are correct. So they can't afford to lose Patton. Come down the stretch here. There's a jumper. That's going to be an air ball, but saved. But Bear River gets it, so now Jewett will bring it up. Bear River crowd calls for an air ball, which they got. That ball almost went in the net. It was blocked. Another errant pass. Turnover. Jensen now trying to set a play. Over in the corner to Patton. Way across court, and now they're going to call. Not going to be on Ross. It'll be a 1-and-1. Now coming back into the game is Matt Ross with 4 fouls with 4:10 left. Going to the line to shoot a 1-and-1 is Clem. That's his 17th point of the game. He's picked up the slack. Got them both. 51-51. Jewett now brings the ball up. Beskine. Now on another, there's going to be a foul on.
It's number 11. That'll be on Jensen, and they'll be shooting. They can't take those fouls. Those fouls are going to kill them. They can't put Scott in the line like that.
Well, put him on the line if he's not going to make them. I mean, he's having a rough go of it here.
So now they're trying to sort things out on the sideline. There may have been a timeout call. Yes, I believe there was.
No, they're saying that Anthony Amara has got number 12 has got 5 fouls. That's what it is. Scott makes the first one. That's his 8th free throw. That's the other one. 9, 53-51. 3:58 left. Oh, that almost was a travel by Tabor. Stolen away. Oh, and
he got a foul on that. He got bailed out because he wasn't in any position to make a layup.
No.
So coming down the lane, being forced out, that was number 23. That was Chris Ross. So making a great steal, but Marty, he wasn't in any position to make a layup. And watch, and right there, he gets bailed out with a foul.
That foul was on Jensen. Ross gets his 4th point of the game. Coming down with the rebound is Patton. They're keeping Patton to the outside, so now there's the ball down low. It'll be Bear River on a turnover.
Good defense.
You see what they're doing, Paul? Because Patton has got 4 fouls on him. He's not under the basket now at all, and that is big for Bear River because
that's taking their best player defensively and offensively out from under the basket where he can score or do some damage.
So 3:20 and counting. Bear River by 3. And there's going to be a jump ball. He was trying to get Ross to foul him, but Ross just stayed away from him on that one. Oh, they're going to call a foul
on Scott. Oh, I don't agree with that at all.
No, I don't understand that one.
And that's going to be the 4th foul on Scott. That's huge. That offsets Jeff Patton.
Yeah.
Wow, 3 minutes and 14 seconds, Marty. This is a very interesting ball game now. Scott is arguing his case there with the official. That's getting him nowhere.
How do you get a foul when you got the ball?
Well, they're saying he aggressively came in. Let's take a look at the replay. Now watch, he goes down the lane. Now watch right here. He loses the ball. 1, 2, takes 2 steps, goes underneath, and I think the foul is right there. They're saying that he pushed him away. See, they pushed him down. That's just good, tough play as far as I'm concerned.
54-53, 3:12 left. Ross with 3! Mr. Touch hits a big 3-pointer. Big. Like I say, he came in the game the other night at home for 3 points. Oh, doesn't go. With the rebound is Biskine. 2:39 and counting. Now they get it out to Biskine. He tried to set up a play across court. Now there's another foul called. Oh, timeout. Oh, no,
that's not number 4 for Placer. That's on James Tabor. It'll be on Scott. Scott will go back to the line again. Scott with 19 points tonight, approaching his 26 points a game average.
Oh, he misses the first one.
Yeah, I would have to say he's less than 50. He's 50% or less from the free throw line tonight.
And look how many times he's got.
He's shooting a lot of them.
He's got 10. He's got 11. 2:30, 5-point game. So now Ross with 4 fouls with the ball. Almost stolen away by Scott. He's got to be careful. Patton's got to be careful. And now a timeout called by Mark Lee.
Mark Lee's going to set it up. He sees the opportunity here. Probably is looking at a mismatch that he wants to exploit here, so he's going to take a wise timeout. 53-58, Bear River. This possession right here, Coach Lee knows he needs to take advantage and get some points. You know, Marty, we're going to talk about this player of the game, and I'm going to let you pick tonight. I had the privilege of picking the girls last night, so I'm going to let you have that pick. I think we should wait and see who wins this game.
Exactly right.
Because we have two players in mind, and
Yeah, right.
you and I are going to go to Matt on a wrestling match on it, but I'm going to let you pick it tonight.
Well, we'll see who wins. Inbounding. That's Patton with the ball. And now driving down, and they're going to be a foul call. Let's see who they get. Looks like they got Chris Ross. Yeah. So going to the line to, first one's no good by Jensen. Next one is good. Jensen gets his 7th point of the game.
I'm surprised there's no full court press by Placer.
Bear River's got to get some, got to run some time off the clock. But when you do that, you got to make sure you score. Ross now gets it down in low to Scott. Scott trying to go baseline. That was not a high percentage shot right there. And still had plenty of time. Run off the clock, and now coming over the top. Well, no, they didn't call it. It looked like Patton could have been called for a foul. He came over the top. They let it go on that one.
You know, Jeff Patton has sure idled his game back.
Yeah, he has. He
not nearly as aggressive on either end.
Well, you got to get a little defensive when you've got 4 fouls on you.
And especially when you have officials like we've had tonight who have really used that whistle.
Tim Harenko and Kevin McDowell keeping close watch on this ball game tonight.
Well, with 1:30 it's only a 4-point game. Still plenty of time. Placer in possession currently, and they'll...
I'm just surprised, Paul, that Bear River didn't run more time off the clock before Patrick Scott forced that shot.
He got in the corner down there, and that's one of his favorite shots, but you know, you can see he's kind of losing his legs.
Yeah, right.
He couldn't elevate up to really get the kind of shot that he wanted and get a good look at the basket. So I think if they had that to do over again, they would have run another 10 seconds off the clock.
And it's coming down to the wire. This is an exciting ball game tonight. Marty Mortensen along with Paul Brown saying thank you for joining us. And we've got Touchdown Productions happy to bring it to you. All of the fine crew out here tonight, camera people in the truck. Everybody's enjoying this game. It's too bad that one of these teams is not going to win it. That's the only bad thing. Now Jewett will bring it up. Almost stolen away. Scott gets it down low and doesn't go, but then put back. Nice recovery in there by Goodman.
Big basket.
His 8th point of the game coming in for Biskine tonight and Matthias. So trying to drive in the baseline, and that's going to be Bear River ball. 1:04 left, 6-point lead. Placer coming out almost on a full court press. Ross back in, and now they got Jewett looking for a 3, didn't take it. Baseline, fadeaway jumper off the glass by Jordan Biskine.
Only Jordan's 4th point tonight, but a big basket. It may be the dagger that puts this Placer team down. I'll tell you though, Marty, this Placer team has just
Oh, man.
played their hearts out tonight.
Well, with being in foul trouble, plus the fact they've got a team full of juniors, I mean, you've got to give this team a lot of credit.
You really do. Now, you know, the line score, you see 54 or 62. You read that in the paper, and you're really not going to know what kind of game we had at all.
No. It was, there's your line score. It was all tied at the end of the third period. But Bear River has come out, taking advantage of some turnovers, made some basket. Big three-pointer by Chris Ross. And that's the difference in the game right now. As I tell you, it doesn't get any better than this. Both of these teams been working very hard tonight. And like I said earlier, it's just too bad that one of these teams has to lose tonight. But hey, look next year for a real solid Placer-Hillmen team.
Oh, it's going to
man,
it'll be a tough team.
And we saw that JV game. They got a couple of good players coming off of that, so they're going to be stacked up. Now Ross in the corner for three, and he gets it! That was Michael Jensen, his third three-pointer of the night. Wow! 35 seconds left.
They had that play figured out before they even started, and he just turned square. He knew exactly what he wanted to do.
Well, there's 35 seconds on the shot clock, 35.3 left in the game, and a 5-point lead. So I think they're going to have to foul and send them to the line for two and hope they don't make it. But you know that Bear River's going to be giving the ball to Scott.
5 points is nothing in a basketball game with 35 seconds left. Huge three-point shot by Placer.
So full court press. Here we go. They get it to Jewett. They're pressing. Now they foul him. They're going to go to the line to shoot two. Well, if you're not going to foul and give the ball to Scott, give the ball to Jewett, because Jewett is a very good shooter from the. He hasn't shot from the free throw line tonight, but let's see what he can do. And he makes the first one clutch. 6 points, got a chance to make it 7. And he gets it in. So now, get it over in the corner to Jensen, and he throws up an air ball. And now they're going to foul Scott. Reach in by Jensen. So Scott will go to the line with 19.2 seconds left.
And that would look to be, Marty, the nail that closes this game off.
Yeah. They tried to get the ball over in the corner to Jensen, who's had 3 3-pointers tonight. And he's their three-point shooter, and just didn't get himself set or didn't have a good look at the basket. Came up short. Bear River with the recovery. Now Scott will go to the line, and he gets the first one in there. Well, so I'm gonna go with Johnny Jewett tonight.
And that's going to be your player of the game.
That'll be the player of the game. Johnny Jewett, number 20.
For the Bear River Bruins, congratulations to Johnny. He's had a wonderful ball game. When the Bear River Bruins needed someone to step up.
Yeah, he did tonight.
He did. There's Johnny.
Yeah, he had to fill in because Garrett Barbic went down. And now Jewett will go to the line to shoot two with 8 seconds left. That's too bad. Placer played a whale of a ball game. The lead changed back and forth several times. So now that's Goodman on his first attempt. And doesn't go. Scott with the putback, doesn't go. Biskeen has it, gets it out. Now they're going to run out the clock. And there's your ball game. Bear River comes out on top with a big fourth period by a score of 6. They took it off the board already. I didn't get a chance at 66 to help us in the truck. I think it was a
57.
9-point game. So the Placer band will play the school alma mater. And there's your line score. Paul, I've lost my voice. What an exciting ball game.
Boy, that's an understatement there, Marty. You can see that Bear River dominated the fourth quarter. It was tied at the end of 3. And as we listen to the Placer homecoming song, their alma mater, as they play at the end of every game.
So Johnny Jewett's our player of the game. Ganskie gives him the okay.
And we'll give him a headset.
Johnny Jewett.
Put those on. Hi, Johnny. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
You are our Combi Trophy player of the game tonight, Johnny. We want to congratulate you for a fine ball game. Give us your thoughts here, right coming off the court.
Tough game.
Yeah, it was.
Tough. I love playing in this gym. It's fun. It's easy when you got Patrick Scott. It was hard to see Garrett go down, but we pulled through.
Did you find out any diagnosis on what happened to Barber?
No, I think he sprained it pretty bad.
Oh,
though.
did he? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was pretty bad, the sprain.
Well, let's talk about your performance tonight. 17 points we had you for, 3 3-pointers, and then I think the clinching blow that you put on with the 2 free throws at the end. That had to be a real clutch situation.
Yeah.
And so, how do you feel right now? Your team's gone to 7-1, and you're kind of in the driver's seat for the playoffs and also for the rest of the season.
It feels good.
Yeah, that's great.
It would have been a lot better if I would have made all the other free throws. But
Do you think this is one of your better games tonight, Johnny?
best game I've played.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've
Without a
been
doubt.
watching you for a couple of seasons now. We know that you're a good defensive player. You got great speed. In fact, Marty and I are big fans of yours from the football field.
Yeah.
And so that kind of carries over. But I thought that you played the best game of your season and maybe even of your career tonight.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Congratulations. So as we move into the playoffs, let's hope we get Garrett Baric back.
Oh,
That would be a big loss.
I hope we get him back next game.
I couldn't agree with you more. And it's hard to say how those ankles are. Sometimes they take a week and sometimes they take a long time. But how do you feel about the playoffs? Who do you really see as being your big adversary? Who's going to be the real stopper for you all?
Probably Whitney. I think we'll.
You got to play them one more time.
Yeah, we're
We've
gonna
already
play
beaten them once, and play them at home.
Yeah.
That game's coming up here pretty soon.
That'll be a good game.
So I think Coach Ganskie is kind of giving us the. Giving us the. We'll see if Duwaine wants to say something about this game tonight. Come on, Duwaine.
Here, Duwaine. No.
No, Johnny, don't go away.
Johnny, don't go away. Put the headsets back on. This is your moment. Put this back on. There you go. You can stand here with Coach Ganskie. So, Coach, talk to us about the game. This was quite exciting.
It was an exciting game. The only reason I came over here was to see if he had anything intelligent to say. I was just curious.
I thought you were trying to get him back to the locker room, but I thought,
I am actually. I want to let
okay.
my guys go. But what a game, huh? A lot of fun for the fans. And our kids' gut check.
Yeah,
real gutty
certainly
performance
was.
after Barbic went out. And, they showed a lot to me and themselves tonight. So that's what high school sports are all about.
Exactly.
Good stuff.
We've been watching Johnny for a couple of years, and we were commenting that we enjoyed watching him play football. But this is, in my opinion, the best game I've ever seen him play as a high school basketball player.
Well, he's just coming into his own. He had a huge game against Colfax, and we've expected a lot out of Johnny all year, but it's tough making that transition sometimes. He had a little rough start. He was hurt coming out of football, but he's back in the groove now, and, we just going to hope he keeps getting better.
What's happening with Garrett Barbic? Can you give us an update on that?
Yeah, I really don't know. He's twisted his ankle, obviously, but hopefully it's just something minor, and thank goodness we have a bye this Friday, so hopefully there'll be enough time for he can get back out there.
Give him a chance to heal up a
I got
little
to get
bit.
back to my guys.
Okay.
Thank you
Well,
guys for
thanks,
coming.
Coach Ganskie.
Congratulations again, and we'll see you next game. All right.
He couldn't get out of here fast enough, Marty.
Johnny Jewett. Well, they got their moment in the sun, and all they want to do is run away from us. But anyway, that was Coach Ganskie coming over to congratulate Johnny Jewett, our player of the game, and it was very exciting here tonight.
It really was, and the ambiance of the gym, a head-up competition. We knew from the beginning that it was going to be a hard-fought ball game, and there were so many aspects of it, the injuries and the defense and the fouls at the end.
Right.
It made for a lot of drama, but in the end, it was Bear River who came out on top. And I legitimately think that Bear River was the best team on the floor tonight.
Well, the fans got their money's worth tonight, Paul. No doubt about that. And we did, too. All of the crew from Touchdown Productions and the people in the truck. It was an exciting ball game. And like I had mentioned earlier, just too bad that one of these teams had to lose tonight because with that class of juniors that they've got on the floor here tonight with Placer and under the direction of Mark Lee, I mean, they're going to have a solid team for next year.
They certainly are. And so we're going to look forward. I believe it's 2 weeks from today, Whitney will play Bear River.
Right.
And that will probably determine who the champion in the PVL will be.
Exactly. So exciting ball game here tonight. And we'd like to tell you that this special edition on your NorCal Game of the Week for Placer basketball is being underwritten this evening by
Hanson Brothers Enterprises. At Hanson Brothers, our goals are simple: provide customer service and continue to be a contributor to the community. That's Hanson Brothers Enterprises.
Hillslat Lumber Company. Hillslat has been your local home center since 1921. Ed, Sandy, Jeff, Keenan, Jason Pardini, along with Dave Cuddy, invite you to both locations of the Hillslat Lumber in Colfax and in Grass Valley.
And by Walker's Office Supplies. Mike Anderson and his family know your business and they know your name and are proud to be a part of the community. They support many Bear River activities. That's Walker's Office Supplies.
Plaza Tire and Auto Service. The Hauser family wants you to know how proud they are to serve our community, and they are available whenever you need service, and they love to support sports television in Nevada County.
And Cinto Graziano LLP. Dave Cinto and George Graziano specialize in tax preparation and make your business grow. Protecting your assets and managing your finances is their job, and that's Cinto and Graziano LLP.
And by Touchdown Productions, celebrating our 12th season of local high school sports television. This is Marty Mortensen along with Paul Brown saying thank you for tuning in tonight and making us the #1 sports telecast in the foothills. And be sure to tune in next time as we travel back to the Allied Gymnasium as the NU Miners host the Granite Bay Grizzlies in a key Sierra Foothill League matchup. The Miners are looking towards the postseason, but first they have to get their win against the Grizzlies on the road to Arco Arena. It's NU, it's Granite Bay, and it's all coming up next on your NorCal Game of the Week. Another great sports telecast produced by Touchdown Productions, voted one of the best by the Union Readers for 2007. There's a shot of the crowd filing out. As Paul, what more can you say about this game? It was quite an exciting finish. Bear River had a little bit more left at the end, and coming up with 26 points in that fourth period, and that was a difference in the ball game.
It sure was, Marty, and wouldn't have rather been any place in all the foothills tonight, but right here in this gymnasium with you.
Well, my sentiments are the same. Thanks for doing the color here tonight. It's always good to work with you, Paul, and let's keep it together.
I couldn't agree with you more.
All right, our executive producer and director for tonight's game is Gilbert M. Dominguez.
And our titles and replays are Brandon Duckett.
Your announcers for tonight's game, Marty Mortensen along with the excellent Paul Brown.
And camera operators, Chris Glass, Frank Piner, who we just saw up in the stands, and Sean Krzyzewski.
Office manager, Lynn Dominguez.
Technical engineer, Paula Miskalski.
Remote facilities tonight, the Commander 2.
And Commander 2, maintenance by Plaza Tire and Auto Service.
Touchdown Sportswear, DK in Stitches.
And Touchdown Accounting, Cinto and Graziano LLP.
Game of the Week award provided by CombiTrophyAwards.com. And be sure to look for us on TouchdownProductions.com. Give Gil a call at 274-2206. We'd love to hear from you. For Paul Brown, Marty Mortensen, Gil Dominguez, the entire Touchdown Production Sports team, final score, Bear River 66, Placer 57. Here on your NorCal Game of the Week. We'll see you next time as we travel back up the road to Nevada Union. Good night, everybody.